What's good, everybody? So I wanted to post a video. I wanted to post this video because um, it's the state of the New York Giants. Now, it's been a long time since I reacted to the New York Giants, and it will stay like that because I already told everybody what was going to happen. I said that the Giants was going to digress this year. I did say Daniel Jones was going to make, not really make, but I did say Daniel Jones was going to have a bounce back year, which he didn't. So I got two out of the two. I got one right and one wrong. Okay. Um, I'm not gonna be like other Giants fans and just quit, right? I don't quit in anything. You know, I take everything serious, like Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody don't know sign language, MJ, or I think MJ, something like that. But yeah. Listen, I saw the game. Um, the first game we got blown out 40-0. This game, I believe week one, yeah, not really believe, but week one we got blown out 40-0. Week two, we still got blown out 49-17. Um, I feel like some of these Giants content are quitting. I'm not watching I'm not watching the New York Giants. Oh, the New York Giants suck. Oh, you have to crawl before you walk. Okay? Like, I know people want to be good so fast that they forgot the dark times. Because we've seen this 1,000 times from the New York Giants. We really have. Let me see if I can put this under the light. Like we've seen this from the New York Giants countless times. Okay, there was years, and I could go back in years. There was years and years and years. Not really years and years and years, but like if you count 2014, we went 7-9, even though Odell Beckham Jr. went out and snagged Rookie of the Year, Player of the Year. It was a me performance. He was not bettering the team. He was not trying to make the team better. He was trying to make himself better. Because outside of a receiver, obviously, you can't really make the whole team better. You can control what you can control, and that's being a wide receiver, going out there catching touchdowns, going over 100 yards, 1,000 yards, whatever, scoring 9 to 12 touchdowns. But I'm not here to talk about Odell, okay? 2015 was a disaster year. 2016 was an okay year. 2017, disaster year. 18, disaster year. 19, disaster year. 20, disaster year. 21, kind of bounced back. 22, did really good. 23, here we are now. Bad, okay? So, if you go from 2014 all the way to now, we sucked for the good 10 years, 11 years. We stunk. We stunk. Now, again, you have to take the good with the bad, okay? Like I know some Giants fans or some Giants content creator is done with the Giants. They're not even watching Thanksgiving. I don't think the Giants do play in Thanksgiving, but if they do, they're not gonna watch it. Or I think it's Christmas. I think the Giants face Philly on Christmas, and they're not even gonna watch it. Like I said, a lot of teams are facing dark times. Look at the Patriots. Look at how much success they got over the years. multiple championships, multiple NFC East or AFC East banners. Why? Because they had number 12. Like, that should not happen at all. You're the Patriots. You're supposed to find Tom Brady's replacement. Now, I know finding Eli Manning's replacement wasn't going to be that easy, even though we had a good backup in David Carr, But when Eli Manning struggled and you saw it, like his mechanics just wasn't there, he couldn't throw the ball more than 40, 50 yards, you've seen him decline very, very fast and bad, okay? And I'm not in the shadow. It's just the light. It's just the way the tablet is. I tried to fix it. I don't know. I even turned the lights on. I'm still, I don't know. But yeah. We just gotta look at ourselves in the mirror, it's not fun. It's not fun when the New York Giants are playing bad, because it makes us look like a laughing stock. Outside of the Bills, the Jets not really playing too bad, but they're not there where they're supposed to. If they had a certain someone, it could have turned everything around. I'm still thinking that Aaron Rodgers is trying to make amends with the New York Jets. He's just holding out until they can make a playoff or snag a playoff spot or whatever. And then he's gonna come back and say he's fine, and he's just gonna re-injure himself again and make it about himself like usual. But we have failed to replace Eli Manning's predecessor. It's just simple as that. We have gone through so many quarterbacks since Eli Manning's departure. It's crazy. We thought Daniel Jones was the answer, knowing where we picked them and how we picked them and why we picked them that high. We don't know. I know he trained in the camp that Peyton and Eli trained, but Peyton and Eli are themselves, That's why you can't really compare these young bucks to these old heads, Like, you can't compare a Joe Burrow to a Ben Roethlisberger. You can't compare a Patrick Mahomes to a Drew Brees, And I don't care if Patrick Mahomes won 2 more Super Bowls than he did. I know Drew Brees has his 1 Super Bowl, but that Super Bowl means a lot to the Saints, because the Saints have been a dumpster fire for years. So for him to lift up that organization, especially with Hurricane Katrina, that I tip my hat off to Drew Brees. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't care if Patrick Mahomes got 2 Super Bowl rings. That 1 Super Bowl ring from Drew Brees eliminates both of Patrick Mahomes' Super Bowls, in my opinion, because Hurricane Katrina, we was going through some dark times that year, So for him to win a championship in that city, that was something special, because my homegirl, she lived in New Orleans when it was happening, and, it was just flooding everywhere, and, it was just bad, man. It was just bad. Like, you can't compare Ben Roethlisberger to what is these young bucks' names these days? Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't, because their style of play was different. The way they command the huddle and the way they, pre-motion snap and everything. Especially Peyton Manning, he pre-snapped the hell out of that ball sometimes. Like, he'd be taking like 16 years just to snap the ball, But a lot of people don't understand why he did the things he did. You know what I'm saying? Because I was watching Monday Night Football, and he was just Eli Manning was just calling the signals, and he knew automatically what it was. You know, when he said like I remember when Eli Manning said Tupac, and then Peyton Manning said Tupac. You know, so there's a lot that comes with playing football. You have to study. And I don't believe these young bucks are studying. I think they just gone out there and further branding their brand. Further image, further you know throwing their image out there. So that's what I was saying. But Eli, sorry, I just went to a different direction. Yeah, so Eli, we have failed to replace Eli's replacement. And I have to go through the list on the top of my mind. I don't have no books, I don't have no pencils, I don't have no laptops, no nothing, right? Ryan Nassib, he didn't pan out, right? We took him out of Syracuse, he didn't pan out, okay? Joe Webb, see, I'm using my fingers. Joe Webb didn't pan out, okay? If I left somebody out, then okay. See, Ryan Nassib, Joe Webb, Jake Fromm, okay. Who else? I'm not counting. I mean, I'll put David Carr in there, but David Carr was in the back tail of his career. But I'll still add him there because he was still a backup. Who else? You had Alonzo, which he was that big quarterback that we're number 13. I think he passed away. He was that oversized quarterback that played in the Arena League. I think he passed away, but he didn't really see any playing time. Okay. See, Joe Webb, Jake Fromm, Ryan Nassib, David Carr, Alonzo, Kurt Warner, but again he was a starter, then he was a backup. So Danny DeVito, okay. Tyrod Taylor, Sorgi, Matt Boomer. Yeah, so I could just name 10 people off the top of my mind that were backups. 10 backups that we had. The Redskins quadruple that. The Redskins probably had 40 backup quarterbacks to our 11. So if people want to throw the season away, they can. But remember this. Remember this. You are who you are. When the Giants are bad, you're bad. When the Giants are good, you're good. If the Giants suck, I'll suck with them. If the Giants are good, I'll be good with them. Because it's a commitment. Whether they're bad, whether they're good. Hey, look how dog crap the Lions were. 0-16. They couldn't get the quarterback right. And when even they did get the quarterback right with Matthew Stafford, they still couldn't get over the hump. Even if they added Calvin Johnson, they still couldn't get over the hump. Now look at them. So they've been through the grind. right? Like we never had to face that because we had great people in our organization, right? Like when the Giants went to the Super Bowl with Jim Fassel, right? R.I.P. to Jim Fassel. He took Kerry Collins to the Super Bowl. People forget that. He took Kerry Collins. He was a damn backup to the Tennessee Titans. My gosh. Like, or I think that was Todd Collins. I don't know. I forgot. I think it was Kerry. Yeah, it was Kerry Collins because he was backing up Vince Young. But yeah, you know, that first game I remember we blew out the Vikings at home. You know, they had Randy Moss, they had Chris Carter, they had Cunningham. You know, like we thought we was gonna have a dogfight in our hands. We beat them with no superstars. No superstars. Toomer was not even a damn superstar. I still don't think Toomer is a super. I think he's a solid receiver, but do I see him as a superstar? No. You know, I think he just played his role. I think he just played his role very well with the Giants for the longest. You know what I'm saying? And then after that we went on and we got smoked by the Ravens defense, which obviously they were holding opponents to like 13 points per game. We only scored a touchdown on a punt return, punt return touchdown, and that was Dixon. I think it was Nixon who ran it back. That was the only time we scored. Kerry Collins threw 4 picks. It was a disaster. It was the worst Super Bowl in Giants history. And then after that, we didn't sniff another Super Bowl for the next, that was 3? No, that was 2004. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We didn't sniff another Super Bowl for another 4 years until we got Eli. So if people want to throw the season away, you should know them, right? Don't throw the season away. There's still games left to be played. Why are you throwing the season away? Because we suck? Because we 2-8? I mean, that should tell you a lot about our fan base. How they're so quick to throw shit away. Oh, we suck. Oh, we're not winning no games. There are some winnable games in our schedule, right? If you go, and I'm going to use my phone, because I don't really know I think we got the Redskins after. I think we got the Redskins, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yeah, my fantasy league. If you hear that little din-din-din-din-din-din. I'm 2-1 in my basketball since I'm just rambling about my New York Giants. I'm 2-1 in my basketball fantasy team, and I was 4-5. So right now I'm 5-5 in my football, because everybody on the Eagles had a bye. So I'm trying to trade Saquon Barkley. I know I'm going off topic again, but stay with me. I'm just showing y'all my fantasy updates. Put this on blast. I don't know why I have this. Oh, it's Monday Night Football. Oh yeah. So actually, wow, I came back. Look, I was down by what? It was like 69. I had like 69.95 to his 8.3, 60.66. But look at this. I know y'all can't see. It's too bright. Look at this. I got 90. Let me see if I can flip it upside down. Probably not. But yeah. I'm facing Falcons Punch. Falcon Punch. his team right now, he got Jalen. Wow, yeah, Jared Allen is not playing well. He just threw 2 picks. Russell Wilson is playing well. Williams is playing well. Jared Judy is playing well. The Broncos defense is not playing well, and Hurts, Morstead, they all got by. Wow, Kirk Cousins is on IR. So yeah, right now I'm winning 92.94 to 83.66. So I'll probably go 5-5, not bad. And this is my team. This is my team right here. Okay, I'm just gonna read it if y'all can't see it. I got Russell Wilson, Saquon Barkley. I got Williams. I got Tank Dell. I got Jared Judy. I got the tight end from the. I got the tight ends. I got the tight end from the Bills. I forgot his name. Dalton. Kincaid. I got Gus Edwards. I got the Broncos defense. I got Minnesota kicker Joseph, and obviously everybody down here is on a bye. Everybody in the Philadelphia Eagles is on the bye. Jalen Hurts is on the bye. Smith is on the bye. Eagles defense on the bye. Gallup balled out. Brock Purdy balled out, and Dowell balled out with 79 yards and a touchdown. So if I win tonight, thank gosh I had Russell Wilson last minute because I had Tennessee Titans. I had the backup quarterback, but I said, you know what, he was gonna mess me up anyways. So, yeah, Saquon Barkley only 66 yards. Come on, dude. So that's why I'm trading him. As you can see, my trade. You proposed this on the 12th of November. My response, their response will be obviously tomorrow at 11:31 a.m. So I traded Barkley. I traded Devontae Smith. I traded Brandon Cooks. No. I traded Saquon Barkley, Devontae Smith, and I'm gonna receive Brandon Cooks and Dak Prescott. Let's see. Let's hope that he does succeed. Let's just hope that he does take the offer. Because if he does, I would have three good solid quarterbacks. I have Brock Purdy, Dak, and Hurts. And Hurts, they all got weapons except for Brock Purdy. I don't got anybody for Brock Purdy. Now my basketball. I'm not really doing too good. Even though I'm 2-1, I'm not really doing too good. RJ Barrett didn't play. I'm thinking about trading him because he's always getting hurt. Jay Hofford, he didn't really show up. So this is my basketball team right here. If y'all can see it, y'all probably can't. But I got Chris Paul, RJ Barrett, Buddy Hield, Kawhi Leonard, Mitch Robinson. I got the point guard from the Spurs. I got Jeremy. I got Tim Hardaway Jr. I got Aaron Gordon. I got AD. I got Jabari Smith Jr., Al Horford, Claxton, and Cole Anthony. And my trade is basically, so I'm going to trade Al Horford, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, Cole Anthony for Stephen Curry, Porzingis, and Wemby. And I will get his response by tomorrow at 11:54 a.m. That would be great if I can snag Curry, Porzingis, and Wemby. So I traded Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, Cole Anthony, and Al Horford for Curry. I will be receiving Curry, Stephen Curry, Porzingis. I'll probably flip Porzingis, keep Wemby, and keep Stephen Curry. So hopefully I can get these two, and I'll probably switch Chris Paul too. So, but yeah, right now I'm not currently doing too bad. Um, but I get it. I gotta get. I have got to get on a roll on my DraftKings. I mean not DraftKings. My fantasy team. Um, Now as for my New York Giants schedule, we will be facing the Commanders on Sunday, November 19th at 1 o'clock. I'm not going to go through the whole, oh, we're going to lose this game, we're going to win this game, because I already said, um, um, we was going to have a bad season anyways. So there's no need to. So we're at the Commanders, and then after that, we come back home against we're at home against the Patriots. And then we're at home against the Packers, and then we're on the road against the Saints. We're on the road against the Eagles. And then December 25th, like I said before, on Christmas, that's another primetime game we're probably not going to win. But then again, they're going to be resting. Philly's going to be resting their players. So we might probably win this game. We may not win the first meeting, but we'll definitely win the second meeting. And then we got the Saints on the road, and then no, actually, hold on. Okay, no. We're at home against the Packers, and then after that, we're on the road against the Saints. We're on the road against the Eagles. We're at home against the Rams, and then we finish the season off against the Eagles. So we got, oh yeah, I forgot our bye too. We got a bye. So I believe the Commanders are probably gonna be the last game that we face until our bye, and then we don't play again until November 26th against the Patriots at home, which we should win. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 games. We're currently 2-8. So best case scenario is we'll probably win 2 games. We'll probably win on December 25th, and we'll probably win against the Patriots. Other than that, Packers are going to beat us, Saints are going to beat us, Eagles is going to beat us. Actually, no. Okay, so we'll beat the Eagles December 25th, and then they'll beat us around January 7th. And then the Rams, even though they're a little bit questionable, they still got a good solid defense and Donald that we have to worry about. But I think we could get the win. I don't think Matthew Stafford is going to be playing anymore anyways. I think they'll probably shut him down. And yeah, I think we could probably snag 3 wins. So best case scenario, we'll probably go 3-13. We'll probably go 3-13. So we'll lose against the Commanders, we'll win against the Patriots, lose against the Packers, lose against the Saints, win against the Eagles, and then after that we'll lose against the Rams, lose against the Eagles, and we'll finish our season 3-13, like we did when we got Saquon Barkley. I think we only won like 2 games that year that we got Saquon Barkley in the second round. Actually, in the first round, but we're with the second pick. So, Giants fans, and this is our schedule right here. So, Giants fans, you got to take the bad with the good. You know, I mean, yeah, the Giants had a few stretches where they were good in recent memory. You know, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. You could say though that those were the Giants' best years, right? If you took those four stretches of years, you know, 2008 we were good, 2009 we were good, 2010 we were good, 2011 we were good. Even though 2010 we finished with a 10-6 record, but we didn't make the playoffs. Why? Because our division record was shitty. You know, we swept Washington twice, and then after that we lost against the Eagles twice, and then we lost against the Cowboys twice, which is weird because how does your division record affect your, you know, unless we had some tiebreakers, because I believe we needed, if memory serves me correctly, we needed the Bears to beat the Packers. No, yeah, we needed the Lions. I remember we needed the Lions to beat the Vikings, which they did. Okay, and then all we needed was the Bears to beat the Packers Sunday night. If we did that, if those two things happened, we would have been in the playoffs in 2010. But we didn't, because obviously the Packers wound up beating the Bears, and since you know the Vikings beat the Lions, we were obviously mathematically eliminated. So, like I said, if you took those 4-year stretch, we were great. We may not have been scoring points like that, but we were great. We were winning games and playing defense and you know running the ball and actually throwing it down the field and stuff like that. You know, I mean, people like Giants fans are so quickly to just throw away the season. I'm not gonna throw away the season because the Giants still haven't showed me that they know how to run this organization, or the people that's in charge don't know how to run the organization. Fans, I be seeing in the comments when I be reacting to, you know, Sports Entertainer. Oh, we should tank. Oh, we should get Caleb Williams. Yeah, the Giants are not getting the first pick. I'll tell you that much. The Giants are not going to get the first pick. We didn't get this. We didn't get the first pick with Saquon, and we damn sure didn't get this. We damn sure didn't get the first pick with the great Lawrence Taylor. Okay, both of them went second in the first round. Okay, so now in retrospect, it seems fair that the Packers are probably going to be the number one seed, or not the number one seed, but they'll probably get the number one pick, and they'll probably pick Marvin Harrison Jr. to team up with, obviously, to give weapons to, you know, the boy from Bama. I forgot his name. That's what I'm thinking. Since we're going to be finishing 3-13, we'll probably get the third pick, followed by Arizona Cardinals getting the second pick. We'll probably finish with the third pick. We'll probably get the third pick. Who will we get in the third with the third pick? It depends. It depends, because obviously all the crappy teams go are the good players, and the decent players go to, like, you know, mid-level teams, you know, because it's least to it's kind of like math. If you know math, then you know how the NFL is run, or the NFL draft is run. You know, it's from least to highest, right? So you got your weak teams. That's bad. Like you're 1-6, or you're 1-13, or whatever. Or you're 3-13, you're 2-13, whatever. And then you get the middle of the pack, and then you get the teams that were, you know, cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously the Super Bowl pick, or the Super Bowl chance pick last, right? Which is weird because I never got that. I never got that memo, like why does Super Bowl teams pick last? Like if you count all the Super Bowl teams that won the Super Bowl and actually picked last, how many of those picks lasted? Or how many of those picks were great, you know? Um, but yeah, like if Giants fans want to throw this team away, then you gotta look yourself in the mirror because again, I know it's crappy. I spent the last what 6 7 days with not watching anything, not watching any New York Giants football. Because I was just too busy worrying about my Knicks and stuff, and I had to spend time with my son and shit. So I just didn't have the time. But I hear everything. I hear everything. You know, I may not watch the New York Giants, but I listen to them podcast wise. So I'm not totally done with the New York Giants. I'm just not going to submit myself. Well, not submit myself, but I'm not going to put myself in position to just watch games that's meaningless, right? Like right now, we're just fighting for draft picks or draft spots, you know. But like I said, I could see us winning 2 games, and after that, we're probably gonna get mudded. We're probably gonna get mudded. So we're probably gonna finish 3-13, get probably like the third round pick, draft whoever quarterback is necessary. Daniel Jones, for the people that think, oh, Daniel Jones is done in New York, he's not because he signed that extension. Unless we can finesse a team to take him and take not only take out his contract but take the cap hit that we're gonna get because obviously once you sign a player to that luxury deal, you're hit with the cap hit or whatever. You're left with dead money, whatever. So whatever team that needs a quarterback, because every team that needs a quarterback is probably gonna fit their mold, because next year's quarterback draft is heavy. Out of probably like 4 or 5 quarterbacks, there's probably gonna be like one good receiver, and that's Harrison, right? So I wanted the Giants to pick Harrison, but he's probably going to go number 1 to the Panthers because, they need a team. They need to put pieces around Alexa. Who's the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers? Bryce Young. There you go. They need to put pieces around Bryce Young. So imagine him teaming up, or not team. Imagine him pairing. Imagine the Panthers picking number 1, which they will, depending on how they play. But the Panthers are probably going to face the Cowboys. Not probably, but they're going to be facing the Cowboys. That's going to be another L. So they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Um, they know what they're doing. So because there's not going to be no quarterback controversy with the Giants. None. I don't care if Daniel Jones come back healthy. Or is it still his team? Is it Tyrod Taylor's team? No, it's not. Because even though Daniel Jones might come back next year healthy, he may not even play the same. Or the Giants might just say, you know what, you run your course here. You did some good, credible things here, but we gotta, switch. First of all, our offensive line is hideous. That's the first thing we need to fix. Because the foundation, aka our offensive line, is everything. Okay? You see how Saquon Barkley runs, right? You see the pass protection, right? So everything falls on the offensive line. Not a lot of people understand that. But not a lot of people fail to understand that. The offensive line is everything. Because if you take one solid piece from the offensive line, it breaks down. Systematically, it breaks down. Look at Patrick Mahomes in that Super Bowl. He was running for his life almost every single snap. Why? Because two of his top offensive linemen was not there. He was playing with backups. That even snipped the field. Probably preseason. But other than that, they didn't even snip the field. They only went there in case somebody goes down or one of their starters go down. That's the only time they'll probably see any playing time. Right? He was running for his life. Every single snap he was running for his life. So you could tell. I mean, hell, a few years back, Eli Manning was the most sacked quarterback behind Phillip Rivers and Andrew Luck. I think it was Andrew Luck, Phillip Rivers, and then Eli. Because why the offensive line started to deteriorate, and the Giants didn't want to invest in the offensive line. But when the Cowboys did, it was the most beautiful thing in the world. Everybody was cracking jokes about them. Oh, they're the Great Wall of China. I bet you put any sunbed back there, any running back, past, present back there, oh, they're gonna get at least 2,000 yards a pop. Because I believe DeMarco Murray was trying to catch Dickerson's record that year, if I'm not mistaken. So you put any running back behind the offensive line, they're smoking them. They'll probably average 300 yards a pop. The way DeMarco Murray was running that ball, okay? But we was laughing at him. But who's laughed loudest, right? But we on the other hand, we picked Odell. Oh, we picked David Wilson. Oh, we picked Eric Flowers who didn't pan out. Oh, we picked Justin Pugh who didn't pan out. Oh, we picked Weston Richburg who didn't pan out. Oh, we picked Hakeem Nicks. Oh, we picked such and such. Year after year after year, we have ignored the offensive line. Like every time I see projections on WalterFootball.com, that's actually my real name in real life, my government name. It's actually a football website that allows you to see up and coming, draftees that's going to be projected. The Giants always had an offensive line, but no, they switched and picked what they felt like was going to contribute right away, right? Because you don't expect an offensive line to contribute right away, right? Like you want to hit the ground running, right? Like David Wilson, yeah, he was good, but his career didn't last long, right? And you look at Odell Beckham Jr., yeah, he was here, he was this, he was that. But, he didn't pan out. So, I could just ramble on and on and on and on and on and on and on. But I kid you not. Do not quit on this team. Any Giants fans, any Giant content creator watching this, do not quit on the team. Because if you quit on the team, you quit on yourself. And that's facts. Never quit in life. I don't care if we getting blown out by 60. Never quit on your team. Because if you quit once, you're always going to be quitting. People want fast results. We live in this day and age where people just want things handed to them. Like they live in a $1,000 mansion or whatever. They have butlers and maids and masseuses and all that stuff, Spoon-fed. That's what y'all are. Y'all spoon-fed. Y'all spoiled. And that's what happens when spoiled children don't get what they want. They pout. You don't see me pouted. Why? Because I knew this was coming. I said this back in August. I said this back in August. The Giants was not going to duplicate what they did last year because strength of schedule plays a part. You look at their season last year, look at the season this year. What's the difference? Last year they were facing teams that was either dead last in their division or had losing records. This year, you look at the teams that they're facing. They're facing teams that either won their division or went further in the playoffs. Look at the teams we lost to. My point exactly. Look at the teams we won against. My point exactly. We won against the Cardinals, who last year the Cardinals was not good at all. And last year we won against the damn Washington Commanders, who again, Washington was not really that bad, but they were just poorly run last year, right? We only won 2 games this year. Why? Because the better the competition, the better we fold like a cheap tent, and we did. We did. Now you could say, "Oh, we won. We beat the we beat the Ravens." Yeah, the Ravens was pretty good last year. And they're pretty good this year too. It was just one of those Sunday night. Well, not really Sunday night, but it was just one of those Sundays. You know, like I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, like if we would have faced the Ravens again, I don't think that Lamar Jackson would have." I mean, I don't know what the hell Lamar Jackson was doing that game, to be honest with you. But I'm pretty sure if we faced them again, the results would have been different. They would have probably probably scored 50 points on us, to be honest with you, the way this team is playing. So, how to fix the New York Giants? You look at the 49ers, they were in the exact same position we was a few years ago, and they turned it around. Why? Because they have good people running their organization. They know how to draft. They know how to develop. We don't know how to develop. We don't know how to draft. If we do draft, we'll probably get it wrong. Or we might even pick the wrong player. Right? So, I'd say this, and this alone, and I'll leave it at that. And this is the last time I'm going to bring up the New York Giants. Because I'm going to say what I have to say in this video, and, whatever the Giants do in the draft, they do in the draft, If they feel like they need a quarterback, they'll grab one of these 5-4 quarterbacks that's up there. If they don't feel like they need a quarterback and they need to improve the offensive line, so be it. Everybody fell in love with Evan Neal, right? Everybody fell in love with Evan Neal. Now look at Evan Neal. He's the worst hater. Well, actually, he's the worst villain in Gotham right now. Everybody hates him. But just in draft night, I was just cheering for him. See how things dismantle? Like, I was just cheering for him on draft night. Now y'all booing him. Because at the comment, he said, but yeah, just support your team, man. Support your team. That's all I gotta say is just support your team, Because we're not on this earth for a very long time. I'm not on this earth for a very long time. You're not on this earth for a very long time. Like I lost a lot of people to the streets that were very diehard New York Giants fans. They didn't even get to witness the 2 Super Bowls that we won because some of them got their lives cut short. So cherish every moment. Winning, and that's that's a little too far fetched, but I guess winning cures all, right? Like if we're winning, we're good, but if we're losing, it shows your true colors. Shout out to Phil Collins. Beautiful, just like the rainbow. But anyways, it shows your true color. Okay, it shows your true color. Um, you know, and another thing is y'all better not fire Brian Dable. As as much as y'all pain and suffering is because of him, we can't keep firing quarterbacks, or we can't keep firing head coach after 2 years. You know, make Brian Dable come back for another year, and if it doesn't work out, you just move. You know, Joe Schoen is still gonna be there, right? So that's it. That's all. I don't really have much to say. We did trade Leonard Williams to the Seahawks for a 4th-round draft pick. So now we have 2 4th-round draft picks. So, you know, we'll see. You know, we'll see. You know, like Daniel Jones was set up to fail here. He was. He didn't get He didn't get the exact same treatment as Eli. Let's just say that. Because when Eli Manning came here, yeah, he didn't have a great rookie year. He stunk his rookie year, but he got better. Each and every year you saw him, he got better and better and better and better and better. You know, because when Peyton Manning won his first Super Bowl in 2006, it was time for Eli to respond. You know, like you don't want to be in your big brother's shadow for the rest of your career. You know, like you didn't want to play in San Diego. You saw his face. He wanted to smoke. You know, he wanted to come here. He wanted a tough environment, and that's one thing I respected about Eli. You know, like when the tough gets going, you know, he just, you know, he just has to shrug it off and move to the next play. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones did not have that option at all. He didn't have a great mentor. Yeah, he had Eli, but I mean, you know, you want to pave your own way. You know, you don't want to do things because you don't want to do things the way Eli Manning, the way you want to do things your way. You know, I mean, he has some type of wisdom in Eli. You know, but when Eli Manning retired and you know they gave the city and the car and the keys to Daniel Jones. You know, at first there was a glimpse of hope and oh, this kid can run, this kid got real like, oh my god, this kid sucks. Oh my god, he's just borderline sorry, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what y'all was saying, you know, or what y'all would say to Daniel Jones. But yeah, man, I mean, I think that's all I have to say. If y'all wanna go check out my Cuban Dog video I just dropped, explaining why she blocked me on OnlyFans. That should be uploaded. I think that's still being uploaded. So yeah, so like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other, and go Giants.